Welcome back to azWHOLEistic. Today we're going to be talking about the ileocecal valve and how to manage gut health through a properly functioning ileocecal valve. Now, many people have probably not heard about the ileocecal valve, but it is pronounced ileocecal. Okay, and it is a sphincter muscle that separates the small intestine and the large intestine. Approximately 2 liters of fluid enters the colon daily through the ileocecal valve, and it is vital that this valve works properly. Here's a picture of what the valve looks like. It's the interior of the cecum and the lower end of the ascending colon, with the ileocecal valve labeled as the colic valve right in the center. Now, its function is that this valve opens and closes for the regulation of minerals and the removal of toxins from the GI. The ileocecal valve works intermittently with the gallbladder for the removal of toxins. The valve is the only site in the gastrointestinal tract that is used for vitamin B12 and bile acid absorption, so it's important that it functions properly. Now, for some people who have various symptoms of GI problems, it possibly could be an ileocecal valve issue. So some of the symptoms that correspond are if it stays open too long, or the valve spasms and gets stuck in the closed position, or in this case the open position, it can cause several things such as frequent diarrhea, malabsorption of vitamins, mineral deficiencies, and electrolyte loss, including dehydration. Now, if the valve gets stuck in the closed position, it can cause tightness in the abdomen, cramping, and ultimately constipation, including toxicity. Some people want to be aware of jaundice, a slight yellowing to the eyes, which shows that there's enormous toxicity in the bloodstream, so keep an eye on that. When the ileocecal valve is stuck open, waste products can back up into the small intestine, which is much like a backed up sink, causing disruption to digestion and creating unhealthy toxins that are absorbed into the body. These toxins are not released through waste, but instead get into the bloodstream, causing a lot of various symptoms. So, how to release this valve? The valve is located about halfway between the belly button and the hip bone. First, you can sometimes hold the valve shut for several minutes. This is done by placing your hand over the valve while pushing in and pulling upward toward the left shoulder, and doing this several times almost in a stroking motion. Now, the toxic food products that are either backed up or are blocked up in the intestines need to be detoxified. So if you do have a closed valve, it's best method to do this using either garlic or chlorophyll to help detoxify the materials. Now, chlorophyll works the best and is easy to obtain at any health food store. Initially, 2 capsules or 1/2 teaspoon of chlorophyll liquid should be taken every 2 hours for about 6 to 8 hours, and the same amount with each meal for the next 2 to 3 days. Next, the diet should be modified in such a way that spicy foods are eliminated for about a week. Modify your roughage type food intake. If the problem is diarrhea, it is helpful to eliminate roughage foods for 2 days. If it is a closed valve, as we mentioned a moment ago, and constipation is the problem, then increase the roughage and eliminate alcohol, cocoa, chocolate, and caffeine products from the diet. Lastly, additional benefits for diarrhea. For an open valve, add lactic acid yeast wafers to the diet, which can be obtained at any health food store. This product alone can sometimes stop even the most stubborn case of chronic diarrhea, so that you don't have to get a prescription medication. Okay? Don't forget to be aware of your blood type and the corresponding food sensitivities with your blood type. Not eating foods you are sensitive to can help the valve function optimally. Check out our video on food sensitivities for your blood type specifically, and your gut will thank you for it. Here at azWHOLEistic, our self-healing curriculum will teach you everything you need to know in order to keep your immune system functioning optimally. It is not just about nutrients and CBD. This is just part of the equation. In fact, the thoughts and emotions you hold in mind have a direct influence on your health. The spiritual will is the battery that controls your entire biology, and we will show you exactly how this influence can reduce your pain and your anxiety forever.